Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Happy new content day. I think this is week 3 of the side quest, which is apparently something I'm allergic to because I just sneezed. Oh, it could be one of those videos. That's where you're thankful you don't have the webcam up and you're just doing the solo dolo. But we are not jumping into that first. We are jumping into the return of 3,500 units, which, yes, is well over $100 worth of units, really well over $110 worth of units. And that gives you a dual class Nexus opportunity plus ISO plus, it used to be 1,000,000 gold, and it is still 1,000,000 gold. Now, I talked about on this channel in the past week how at times Kabam will throw in for gold 1,000,000 gold with a $100 offer. That's not to say that straight up 1,000,000 gold costs $100. That would be incorrect. Now, we've seen straight up gold cost like $10 for 1,000,000, which is 90% off what it usually is in the unit store a couple times a year. But that's usually also when you get the golden piggy bank. That is not today. I still think at this point in the contest, with 7 stars seemingly right around the corner in the next couple months, exact date to be determined, that this, for the top progression level especially, should not be 3,500 units. Now, if there were more than 3 champions in it, I can see that being tempting. But keep in mind, let's say you want Hercules, right? Let's say you really, really want Hercules. Well, you can get the Cosmic Skill Bundle and get 3 skilled champions in the crystal. You can spend 3,500 units to not even see the class you're targeting. That has happened so many times, including to myself. I think this is a good offer for somebody who's like uncollected, maybe Cavalier, but we have seen the inclusion, the addition of Abyss Nexus crystals. We got one for free as Paragon players from Kabam Santa during the holidays at the end of 2022. I believe that 3,500 units is an extremely fair retail price, along with the ISO and the gold, for an Abyss Nexus crystal in 2023. Basically telling the player base, we gave you something that's worth over $100 normally as a gift. Pretty generous gift. But because this is not an Abyss Nexus, which also, by the way, Abyss Nexus is a targeted Nexus of one class, it's not a dual class crystal, because that would make that less valuable as well. I just think it's way too high. I think it should be a maximum of 2,500 units, but really, it should be about $50 worth of units, which is about 1,500 units. That's right. This thing for $50 with the ISO and the gold could be a really reasonable offer. It is priced 2,000 to 2,050 units too high. And when it first came out, it was pretty exciting because we hadn't seen it before. But we've seen so many better iterations of this offer that I just can't sit here and give it a passing grade. When it first came out and it was a Nexus, well, actually when it first came out, it wasn't a Nexus. And people like myself just assumed it would be for the price and then were totally ripped off. But it was also 3,000 units when it first came out. So it's 500 units more. The game has evolved past especially the 3 champions, which I assume, since it's not specified that it's 3 champions per. Let's look at the info real quick and just double check to make sure I'm not missing any. Choose between a mutant sign. You can only choose one of the 3 offers. All contain the Nexus duel, the tier 6. And it's for Cavalier players and above. I think Cavalier is fine to get this, but Thronebreaker and especially Paragon, what if they had 3 champions in these for Cavalier, 5 for Thronebreaker, and then 10 for Paragon? It seems like it would be logical. Now it's Kabam, so it's probably not going to be too logical. But I used to give this at least a C to C plus grade. I actually think for where the game is right now, it's a generous D plus to C minus, and yes, that means that it does not pass my smell test for spending units, particularly because this can buy so many level 2 revives and even 35 level 2 team revives for spending your hard-earned units and revives on exploring that eternity of pain, for those of you who can do that, to get your first guaranteed rank 5 6-star. That's certainly what my number one goal is the next couple of weeks. I know several of you have already done it, so as usual, I am going to be behind, but at the same time, it's, do at your own pace. It's permanent content. So have a good one, YouTube. Let me know what you think of this new offer in the comments below. Personally, D plus, C minus is my grade.